Hello everybody. Okay, so I promised you that I would do one last paranormal video back in October when I was filming, and then I had issues with my internet, so I'm going to do that one for you this week. So this one was probably pretty terrifying for me, probably the most terrifying that I've ever experienced. So I had moved in. Okay, I'll give you a little backstory. My parents bought this house, and it was an old house. It was built in the like 1800s, and they bought it in 95, and they were moving because of some things, family related issues, and they let me move in and take over the payments, the mortgage. So that was a little important that I told you that, so you can understand the story a little more. And let's see, I moved in 99. It was, I think, April of 99. And I'm trying to think. Nothing at first, okay? It started, I believe, maybe 4 months living there. And I was in the kitchen washing dishes, and the kids were in the living room watching cartoons. And I heard, "Mom," and I said, "What?" Didn't get a response. I heard again, "Mom." I said, "What? What is it?" No answer. "Mom." I said, "I am trying to do dishes. What is it?" They still didn't answer. So and if you see the way the house was designed, the kitchen, like in front of the kitchen sink was just a wall, and you had to go off to the right and turn to be able to see into the living room. It was very inconvenient, but it was the way it was designed. And I went into the living room. I said, and they were sitting there watching cartoons. I said, "Who keeps calling me?" And they're kind of looking at me like, "Huh?" Because they were just too involved in the cartoons. So I asked each one of them, "Did you call me?" They both like, "No." Let it go. Well, this was going on for a little while. It was going on for, at this point, probably about a week and a half. And so this one weekend, my kids went to my parents' house, because they did that every so often, go and spend the weekend with their parents, or grandparents, sorry. And while they were gone, I heard it again, "Mom," and I'm like, my kids aren't here. So at this point, I was worried, because I thought, oh my God, I'm going crazy. So I called my mom, and I said, "Mom," I said, "I think I need to go to the doctor." And she's like, "Why? What's up?" And I said, "I think I'm going crazy." And she kind of giggled, and she says, "Well, I've known that for years." I said, "No, I'm serious. I seriously think I'm going crazy." And she said, "Okay, why do you think you're going crazy?" And I said, "I'm hearing voices." And then you could tell that she, at that point, realized that I was really concerned. And she said, "What do you mean you're hearing voices?" I said, "I mean, I'm hearing voices." And she said, "Well, what are these voices saying?" Because she wanted to make sure that it wasn't something that could cause me to hurt myself or hurt someone else. And I said, "Just keep saying the same thing, Mom." And I said, and I thought it was the kids. I said, but they're at your house this weekend. I said, I'm still hearing it. And she said, how long has this been going on for? I said, about 2 weeks now. And she said, okay. She goes, I'll tell you what. She goes, give it another week. She said, and I promise you, it'll stop. And I didn't question it. I was like, okay. I thought it was a little odd. Okay. So a week came and went, and they stopped. She called me after about 2 weeks or so, and she says, so, you still hearing those voices? I said, no. And I said, she goes, I told you it would stop. I said, well, how did you know? She said, because the same thing happened to me when I lived there. And my sister overheard us talking. And she said, oh my God. I'm like, what? She goes, same thing happened to me when I was living there, but I didn't say anything because I figured you all thought that I was crazy. And so I felt a lot better that I wasn't crazy. And at that moment, I kind of felt bad because I was like, here is a ghost spirit, whatever you want to call him, this child, and they're lost because they're looking for their mom. So they haven't crossed over or won't cross over because they're trying to find their mom. And I thought, that is so terribly sad. And I wouldn't do anything as far as trying to cross them over, except for say, you can go home now, cross over, but, well, because the voices did stop, but I don't know enough about that to mess with that, because I didn't want to do anything that was going to put me or my kids in harm's way, because I don't know enough about that sort of thing. But I felt terribly sad for, this child. And since the house was so old, what I'm thinking was maybe there was a child that maybe passed there, and maybe they were sick or something, and looking for them. I don't know. I'm just guessing because I don't know. And I couldn't find much history on the house itself. And there's another paranormal incident that happened. It was probably a year or two later, but I'll do that story time another time. But when I heard them speaking, that was, because I've seen ghosts before. That's, okay. But to hear them talk, that was scary. So anyway, that's my story time video for today, and I will see you all next week. Bye.